Log of Captain Alistair Tourville, April 17th, 1905. Decided to drop the acting captain title. It finally hit home once I hired on more crew and started making the real important decisions that the Orphean is well and truly my ship now. Stopped off at Magdalen's recently. I know their job there is supposed to be helping us people who live life in the skies, but for me, it was only pain. Saw a famous admiral there. Reminded me of my time in the military, and of all the friends and allies who died unsung. Objectively, I know that maintaining a nation's morale is important and necessary, but I will never forgive the higher-ups for sweeping my comrades under the rug just to be able to tell the civilians that the battle was a complete, uncomplicated victory. That wasn't the worst, though. I could swear I saw my wife in the crowds at Magdalen's. My wife who's been dead of cancer near on 7 years now. I know damn well she wasn't there. Every time I think maybe I'm coming to terms with Delilah's death, I'll see her somewhere, or smell the perfume she used to wear, or think I hear her voice. Then that wound opens up and starts bleeding all over again. In more positive happenings, I made a good bit of coin through trade, and even hired on a new first officer. She's good at her job, but she's odd. I thought our new driver was an odd sort, but our new first officer redefines the term odd. Her papers are forgeries, her uniform looks like something out of some damn romantic stage play, and she wears a tiara. I'm almost certain she's royalty, and she's not doing much to hide it. Or is she? Her strangeness could be her attempt to possibly disguise some sort of criminal past. A double bluff? Or is it a triple bluff? Hiding royal origins by acting like a crazy who is trying to hide behind false royal origins. Or maybe it's... You know what? I'm clearly overthinking this whole damn thing. I need a good stiff drink, and then it's time to get back to work. Welcome one and all back to Sunless Skies. I think our dear Captain Alistair did a decent recap of last time, so I won't go too into it. Today, more exploring in the early game hell. What are we looking at right now? Yeah, we just got just under $1,000. And we need 5 consignments of bronze wood to take to Port Avon, which is east. I know my directions this time. East of New Winchester. We got 3 units of fuel, 4 units of supplies, and I know for a fact we can pick up bronze wood at the circus. So I think we're gonna hit that up first. If I remember correctly, the circus was straight north. Awesome. I almost didn't record today. I was playing Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and I got a little bit too into it. That game, man, I mean, I only started playing at Monster Hunter World, which was already a vast improvement over, like, the mobile games from what I remember seeing other people play of it. But that dev team for Monster Hunter, they just keep... Well, first off, they keep I think they keep listening to the fans. Pretty sure they keep listening to the fans, and they just keep making good improvements, and they're smart about it too. They'll try something in the game, like the rampages we had in base Monster Hunter Rise. I'm glad they didn't really bring those back. I mean, I personally enjoyed them because I'm a sucker for like tower defense style games, but the fandom as a whole wasn't all that keen on them. So, I mean, I think they're still there. I think they're still playable. But they didn't spend any time like making new ones, which I'm a little sad about myself. But fandom as a whole, I can understand why they didn't like those things. So those are gone. They added a bunch of new skills to each of the weapons, They made the ability to switch between skill loadouts mid-battle, which is just, chef's kiss to you, Capcom. So freaking good. Good job. Keep it up when you get around to Monster Hunter World 2. You better freaking make a Monster Hunter World 2. You freaking better. Anyway, we're at the circus now. If we're lucky, we'll be able to pick up some bronze wood in the bargain bin. Oh, right. Also, the Vagabond. I think we have enough guy stories to get him now. Recruit the amiable Vagabond. You find him waiting serenely at Gervais' rest, clay pipe clamped between his teeth. Okay, yes. He claims to be an expert in snake wrangling, thimble twisting, and stick swinging. He professes to be a psychologist, mythologist, and escapologist? Escapologist? One of the two. He boasts that he can tell stories that'll, thank you, cat, haunt you until you die, and play tunes that'll make stones dance. If all that fails to entice you, he supposes he could turn his hand to signaling. Recruit the amiable Vagabond. He couldn't care less for your sovereigns, he wants to swap stories. So we'll give you the amiable Vagabond, a signaler who will increase your hearts by 4, avails by 4, and affiliation Bohemia by 1. Hell yeah, let's do this. The Vagabond boards. When you accept him aboard, he pulls a grimy bottle of something opaque and unidentifiable from his inner coat pocket and takes a long celebratory swig. What kind of voice does this guy have? Give me a second. Fuck it, I'm gonna make him sound like an orc from Warhammer 40k. I hope you're not having second thoughts already, he says, and roars with laughter. He has no luggage to speak of, just a bindle over his shoulder and a fiddle in a battered leather case. Once he has slung both onto his bed, he heads to the galley and starts performing card tricks and telling ribald jokes to the crew. Most find him charming. Several make their apologies and abscond. The Vagabond has joined your crew, lost 2 sky stories. Alright. Let's take care of all this stuff first. New arrivals at the circus. Fire burns by the obelisk where newcomers mingle. None of them seem to know what drew them here, save that they had nowhere else that they knew they should be. They trade stories and the last of the liquor from their flasks, finding solace here for reasons that even they can't seem to explain. Now we're going to listen to their stories. Who were they before they were called here? Tales of life and loss, the broken, the disavowed, the fugitives. Every visitor has their own story and a hole in their heart. A few demonstrate acts with which they hope to join the circus itself. Others talk of their plans to leave this place and resume their lives. Not today, but tomorrow, or the day after that, perhaps. Your terror has fallen. The Inconceivable Circus, the greatest show. Write that port report. Same as last time. Purchase some tickets. Go attend another performance. What wonders await you this evening? The tent is barely more populated than the last show. The ringmaster does his best, fixing a wide grin under his mustache as he introduces what passes for the acts. The humiliated magician's attempt to saw his assistant in half comes to an unfortunate end. High above, the bereaved acrobat again performs their half of the routine for a tiny amount of applause. Afterward, the pensive clown trips into the spotlight, dropping the balls he juggles. It's silent enough to hear them hit the floor. It ends with the headstrong, strong woman lifts a very large barbell over her head. She repeats this several times when the crowd's reaction isn't as enthusiastic as she'd have liked. The show ends with a smattering of reluctant applause. Well, alright. Visit the amusements to bust down the last of that terror. And that should... I didn't read those, I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. Speak to the ringmaster. He puts on a good face for the customers, but he's clearly troubled. The ringmaster looks relieved to see a familiar face. Oh, thank God. We've got a show to put on, and one of my biggest acts is throwing a tantrum. No. He pauses, toying with his exquisitely managed mustache as he looks you up and down. I don't suppose you'd ever consider stepping into the ring yourself? Offer your services as a clown. Dignity's overrated. Offer your services as a lion tamer. You've nothing to fear from some flea-bitten beast. Offer services as an acrobat. How hard could it be? Offer your crew services. Circus work is beneath you, but not your crew. Fuck it. Lion tamer. Let's do this. Whip in hand, you stare down the circus's one remaining lion. It makes it clear that when it comes to meat, there is meat it respects and meat that it does not. Afterwards, the ringmaster claps you on the shoulder. Excellent! Well, terrible. Never do that again. But please, come and see me behind the tents. Hey, we gained 5 sky stories. Fuck yeah. Go behind the tents. You're welcome everywhere here. The carnies nod to you as you pass. Beyond the performers and the permanent audience, the circus is deserted. Everyone keeps to their quarters unless they're practicing the show. Despite the calliope music, the mood back here is closer to that of a mausoleum. Visit the ringmaster's caravan. The door is open. From inside, you can hear the constant ruffling of a deck of cards. Hats, cats, bats, and rats. The ringmaster is sat on a fat cushion, idly shuffling a worn pack of playing cards. He smiles warily at you. Ask the cards about you. He draws from the top of the deck and sets them on the table. They say you can help. He then places them back into the deck and bids you shuffle and draw for yourself. The cards are the same. He smiles the same weary smile. Looks like they haven't changed their minds. Guess we'll start at the top. Accept a commission to repair the magician's props. 8 of bats. The magician's props are in need of fixing. The ringmaster sighs. The ringmaster passes you an envelope, addressed to a shop at Port Avon. Lovely. We have a friend there who will do the repairs for us. He deftly gathers his cards from the table. I wish we didn't have to rely on those bloody contraptions, but card and coin magic is too small to see from the upper rows. Helping the circus. You're doing errands to assist the circus. Visit the reclusive carpenter at Port Prosper. Alright. Return to the main circus, I guess. Nothing in the bargain bins. Let's see, how many of these do we need? 5 more. Hope we can afford that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sick. Alright. Now, it was east, so somewhere over here. I think we'll go a bit south first and then cut directly east. This corner of the sky is little traveled. It has been given over to the fungus and the wilds and the lost. London guys, nice to see you out and about. Now we're gonna go a little bit more south. The HML Pequod, as my game freezes. Pequod, that's a character from Moby Dick, isn't it? I can Google that. One of the nice things about this game is it's pretty easy to steer where you're trying to go while multitasking. Lights in the distance, a stoker begins to sing a ballad of the chimneys of New Winchester. We saw that one already. Lovely. Pequod. Alright. Oh, Pequod's the name of the ship. Okay. Fictional 19th century Nantucket whaling ship that appears in the 1851 novel Moby Dick. Yep. Sorry, it's been, I don't know, 15 years since I read Moby Dick. Once. Alright. Into the forest we go. Hello, Spicy Ranch. You gonna climb in front of my monitor again? Appreciate it if you didn't. Ah, hello. This looks like Port Avon. Yeah. A bada bing, bada boom. Arriving at Port Avon. Behold, a ruin of giants, gargantuan blocks jigsaw together, furred with moss and whispering with orchards. A bucolic? Help me again, Google. What is this word, bucolic? B-U-C-O-L-I-C. Bucolic. Dictionary, bucolic. Relating to the pleasant aspects of the countryside and country life. Okay. A bucolic village nestles among them, Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds in the village green. Disembark. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beside a farmyard scattered with rusty locomotive parts, plating, piping, a chugging motor with its innards exposed. Okay, I'm no, mechanical expert, but if a motor is chugging, its innards should probably not be exposed, right? Okay. An oily-faced, black-haired girl waves your locomotive in position. "Welcome to Port Avon," she calls as you disembark. A rich knot of scents greet you, leaves and wood smoke enriched by an infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. Port Avon welcomes new visitors, but your novelty will wear off the more time you spend here. When you visit in the future, you may need to bring something to keep them friendly. Your Port Avon welcome is now 3. Alright, first, write a port report. The locals are willing to update you on the news. There's not much to share. Were it not for talk of smugglers and sky beasts, you could easily confuse this place for a village on the world you left behind. It's quite peaceful here, apart from some fuss over a newspaper delivery. The villagers frown and change the subject when you ask about it. Alright, commission the reclusive carpenter to repair the magician's equipment. You've been given a letter and several allegedly magical boxes to deliver him. The carpenter squints at the letter and gives a quiet harumph. "Another one? Fine. Looks like I'll need the hairs of a chorister bee. Just use a razor. Not your own, though." Helping the circus kill a chorister bee and gather its hairs for the carpenter in Port Avon. Okay, we'll get to you in a minute. Devil. Alright, first thing. Boom. Get that delivered. Bronzewood for Port Avon. Cricket season is nigh. Mr. Sharma of Port Avon will pay for 5 consignments of bronzewood to furnish the village team with bats, biles, stumps, shin pads, and protective cups to minimize damage to delicate areas. Port Avon, yeah. Delighted by your arrival, the villagers invite you to afternoon tea on the green. There is an alarming surfeit of scones, and you are pressed to take rather a lot of them away with you. Hey, 2 supplies. Fuck yeah. Alright, gained 150 experience. I'm now welcome. Ministry approved literature? Fuck it, I'll take what I have room for. Alright, Sherman and Sons. Should be fine on supplies for now. Let's go to the Nowhere Inn. Botherages, a tour of heaven, describes Port Avon's single public house as a welcome respite, justly famed for its authentic old earth cider. The locals can be welcoming for a while. You may be able to recruit more crew here. That's lovely. If I remember correct. Alright, let's do this. Speak to a short-sighted cryptozoologist. She perches on a stool in the corner, staring at a map of the Reach. I could have... No. Must have taken a wrong connection at New Winchester? A tiny figure, weighed down by 2 backpacks and a heavy duffel coat, looks through thick glasses at her map and up at you. "Excuse me, I need passage. I don't suppose you could help me. I'm on the trail of unusual beasts. I can pay for your time." You said the freaking magic word. Welcome her aboard. Where does she need to go? "Traitor's Wood," beams the short-sighted cryptozoologist. She leans in conspiratorially, as it turns out, to the wrong person. Short-sighted. Makes sense. "They say all sorts... There's all sorts living in that place, and... Oh, sorry." She turns to you. "There's all sorts living in that place. Possibly even an ape-man. Won't it be fun to find out?" Escorting the short-sighted cryptozoologist. I have agreed to escort the short-sighted cryptozoologist. Almost boarded someone else's locomotive. Captain Stoker guided her the right way onto yours. Intercede in a mushroomy matter. The pub is out of Scrumpy. Okay. Scrumpy. Let's find out what this one means. Scrumpy. Scrumpy is a type of cider originating in the west of England. Okay, so cider. Got it. The pub is out of Scrumpy. The barman blames a creature, a cross between a mushroom and a jellyfish. It sways in its seat. This is a Blimmigan, isn't it? I remember Blimmigans from Sunless Skies. Who does this creature belong to? Bellows a man, fuchsia with rage. The Blimmigan, yes. He points at is a grizzled member of its species, most of whom were left behind in the Neath. I will speak on that in a moment. The fuchsia gentleman roars in fury. Between bellows, the truth emerges. The Blimmigan is no one's pet, and far worse, no one will admit responsibility for its tab. The Blimmigan is unconcerned with the tumult. It nods its cap at you with grim respect, then flops a tendril into a mug of stout. It stares bleakly through the window. 50 sovereigns? Alright. Settle its bar tab. The Blimmigan is looking to sign on for one last journey. If you settle its bill, it'll join your locomotive. This will give you a mascot that raises your iron by 2 and mirrors by 1. Nice. Kindred spirits. As the fuchsia gentleman inflates for a particularly prolonged diatribe about ill-mannered captains and their disorderly pets, the Blimmigan climbs to the bar top to consider your face. It likes what it sees. With a sound like a shoe being pulled from a swamp, the Blimmigan finishes its drink. It clambers up your arm until it reaches your shoulder, from where it directs you to the door. It is experienced in surviving the cold of the heavens and the heat of those too cowardly to traverse them. It respects you. It will serve you well. You're wearing out your welcome. An occurrence. Your Blimmigan Voyager quality is now 1. Nice. Alright, one last thing to do here. Head upstairs. The new Somerset Hunting Club has exclusive rights to the rooms above the pub, as well as its finest brandies. Thick cigar smoke curls through the air, filling this private chamber with premium-grade fog. Bloated gentlemen in well-worn military uniforms sit at mahogany tables sipping port. They chunter of the old days and how much better they were. Wow. Given what we just learned about Captain Alistair, he probably fucking hates these guys. I don't really remember this quest much. I'm pretty sure I did it. You know what, let's bite the bullet and see what these guys have to offer us. Request membership of the club. It was a famous club in old London, home to not just nobles and distinguished soldiers, but ex-ministers, royal courtiers? One of the two, and other members of high society. Oh boy. Our sort of people. A stout veteran gives you a polite once-over. I suppose we could countenance an application. Of course, membership is not a matter of mere money, no. He directs your attention to the trophies. Most are old and musty. Neath creatures, deer, foxes, and a bear, all hunted in the members' now long-distant youth. Burn. Perhaps if you could help decorate our walls with some impressive local fauna, we can talk matters of first payment. Payment, there we go. I like money. And then membership. Of course, we could hunt the beasties ourselves, and we will. By thunder, we will, but the fire is so warm, and there is port left in the bottle. I don't like you, sir, but I see where you're coming from. Hunting for the Hunting Club. The new Somerset Hunting Club has requested that you gather trophies for their walls, hunt a cantankery, chorister bee, and a scribe spinster. 1 second, I am texting my wife. All right. Yeah, but I don't have any of these. All right, I think it's time to get the fuck out of here. Almost. We're gonna talk to this guy first. The Auroral Sommelier. Sommelier? I'm pretty sure that's French. Sommelier. I'm butchering that. I'm American. I'm allowed. Someone has grafted brass wheels to the carcass of an old armoire. Yeah. And impaled its top with a jaunty damasked? Google. What is damasked? I'm texting my wife again, pardon me. and then I'm going to Google that word, damasked. Verb, literary, past tense, damasked, past participle, damasked. Decorate with or as if with a variegated pattern? Jesus Christ, this is a fucking rabbit hole, isn't it? What is variegated? Variegated? Variegated, adjective, exhibiting different colors, especially as irregular patches or streaks. So, tacky as fuck is what I'm getting from that. Alright. A man stands behind it. Flesh and finery, the colors of the dawn, shepherding customers through their sampling of wines. Sweet wines, sour wines, subtle wines, and sinful spirits of every vintage, save, of course, the Hesperidian cider. He gives a small, sad laugh. I know, because I looked. This is the only place with real apples, but even here that cider eludes me. He beckons you with a gloved hand. Ask him about the Hesperidian cider. A rare vintage unheard of and unseen since London. This merits investigation. Closer, closer, come listen. Come here, come close and listen, you effervescent thing. I know that word. I'm not sure it fits Alistair. I'm going to Google that word as well. Effervescent. Hello, Sherlock. Effervescent. Adjective number 1 of a liquid, gives off bubbles, fizzy, vivacious, and enthusiastic. Neither of those two words fit Alistair. Moving on. I have a story. An associate of mine, he once gave me a sip of it. One golden drop to place under my tongue, and my life was changed. A carnivorous pleasure steeps his voice as he speaks. I went back to the store immediately, of course, but the price was too much. And then eventually the dreams drained away, and now I'm here, serving wine to drunks. His laughter is black and bitter, but the auroral sommelier gives you the address nonetheless, just in case. If you decide to risk the same grief, savor it for me. Searching for Hesperidian cider, the auroral sommelier mentioned Hesperidian cider, apparently purchasable from an unusual shop in London. Okie doke. Port Avon Dock. Yep, last thing we're going to do, recruit a repentant devil, if we can afford him. He's looking for passage. He claims to be useful. He doesn't ask where you're headed. I'll offer him a berth. He's repentant. There can be no harm. He'll give you a signaler who will increase your iron by 2, veils by 6, and affiliation academe by 1, cost 100. Sure. What kind of voice is this guy going to have? Accept him. He has very little luggage. A single satchel of books and a folded greatcoat appear to be his only personal effects. His manner is calm, almost pedantic, as he negotiates his duties and his pay. But you have a sense that he urgently wants to be out of Port Avon. Recruited the repentant devil. Alright, now I got a choice to make. This guy gives me hearts and veils. For the moment, I think we're gonna go with iron. Iron and veils, I guess. Alright. Now, she wanted to go to Trader's Wood, and if I remember correctly, Trader's Wood is usually son of a bitch. An incident with the repentant devil. Oh, this is going fucking wonderful. Your newly acquired repentant devil is standing most unrepentantly over a body in the hallway. Inspect the deceased. You don't recognize him. One of your crew? But the deceased is no one you know, a stranger on your locomotive. Particular luggage you brought on board, says one of the crew when some others have gathered. Wouldn't have thought it would fit in your little bag. First, clean up. It won't do to leave the body in the hall. Then your repentant devil can explain himself. He's still got the blood on his cuffs. Learning about the repentant devil. He's killed someone aboard your locomotive. You need to understand why. We barely even left the dock, man. He looks younger than most devils, but is significantly older. His gaze is blank and yellow, a wall against speculation. He grooms his sideburns artfully, and knows how to be tactful with less seasoned members of your crew. Ask him about the recently departed. Officers who generate corpses on your locomotive are a liability. Yeah. He was a stowaway. explains the devil indifferently. He's been stalking me for more than a month. I'd thought I'd lost him when I came aboard. Then he turned up in my quarters. From the body, he has lifted a clinking bag of souls. Perhaps he was sent to bribe me rather than to kill me. He tilts his head to consider the soul collection. Apparently thinks I'm a cheap hire, if so. The devil's gaze reverts to you. I regret to say this is probably not the last time this will happen. I may be destined to attract negative attention. Learning about the repentant devil. He killed someone on board your locomotive. You've had words. But hey, I gained 1,000 experience. Right on. Alright, a secondment. Listen to the devil's suggestion. He has been giving you meaningful glances. He wants something. A request for leave at the Avid Horizon. He laughs when approached. Oh dear, a little obvious, perhaps. His gaze is amused and flickers with intensity. I have an idea that might be beneficial for us both. I'd like to improve the lives of the workers at the home office on the Avid Horizon, if you don't mind permitting me a little shore leave. The devil will generate new prospects at the Avid Horizon if placed on secondment there. Everybody wants my freaking attention today. The repentant devil, a friend of mine just fucking called my phone. Excuse me for just a second while I give them a call back. Who just tried to call me? My phone's crap. Ah, Kendrick. Hey, what's up, man? Right at the moment, I'm actually recording a video for YouTube. Oh, it's all good, man. It's nothing really important. I'm just sitting here playing Sunless Skies. Oh, Stellaris? I mean, I did, but there is such a thing as too much numbers even for me. Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, man, my couch is always open, and the wife and kids are gone for another week, so yeah, just let me know ahead of time to make sure I'm actually home to let you in. Uh, no, see, the thing is, cats like dangly bits, so that's yeah, so that's not exactly a safe thing to do. Not that I would actually do it anyway, but yeah, yeah. No, yeah, it is. Oh, she's good. She's got an early doctor's appointment tomorrow, but she's recovering from her surgery quite well. She's back to pretty much where she used to be with a decent bit of improvement. As far as I know, Noodle would have let me know if we had to cancel. No, not me. Yeah. Are they gonna be able to afford the place without all those people? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. All right, I get you. Oh, fun. Pathological. Man, I bet his digestive system fucking loved him. Mm. Yep. All right. Have a good one, man. That was my buddy Kendrick. Anyway, where were we? We finished reading this, right? I'm gonna say we finished reading this. The Devil will generate prospects at Avid Horizon. That's in Albion, if I remember correctly. So I'm not gonna fucking worry about that right now. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Right. Trader's Wood. Trader's Wood, if I remember correctly, is one that normally spawns pretty close to this place, Port Avon. So we're gonna hop on over there, drop off our short-sighted cryptozoologist, hopefully, and then grab a port report, flip a Yui, and head back to New Winchester. Man, I kind of hope you guys only heard the one side of that conversation, because I'm sure some of the stuff I said without context sounds completely fucking insane. But I guess when I review the episode, I'll see whether or not it picked up Kendrick's end of the phone call. The Pale Wood. Oh yeah, we got more than enough supplies to send out the bat. The bat returns in a huff and spends 10 minutes complaining about what it has found. Hey, yep, there it is. There's Trader's Wood. Nice, we gained a level as well. I came here once. Don't remember why. A king? His cup? I think that is a hidden ambition, the King's Cup. I think I've seen a few posts about that on like the forums and the wiki and stuff. A new port. The crew is eager. Yes. All right. The Wood's Edge. I guess we'll start there. I'll at least read the first. The Wood's Edge. The wood is vast and as a felled giant and fathomless as a great ocean. Like the ocean, much of it is hidden from view. Careful expeditions are required to go deeper into the wood. The forest is rich and wild in the verdant reaches of the reach. Exploring the starlight-dappled edges of the wood could be profitable. Yeah. Let's go to the Parting Glade first. The forest rises behind the station, where a few tents have been set up. What might be an owl calls from somewhere in the wood. In the far distance, a great stone barrow rises over the trees. The glade, an oasis of wildflowers and sweet meadow field, and an oasis of wildflowers and sweet meadow field in the midst of the brooding. What is this sentence structure? An oasis of wildflowers and sweet meadow field. Is that a flower? That has to be a flower. I'm Googling that shit real quick. This game might be too fucking smart for me. Come on, Google. Sweet meadow field. Maybe not sweet. Maybe just meadow field. Am I even spelling it right? MEADOW hyphen field. It's an airport. Cool. Is this some kind of flower or some shit? Yeah, Google is telling me fucking nothing. So I'm gonna give this sentence one more go. The glade, an oasis of wildflowers and sweet meadowfield in the midst of the brooding trees, yeah, that sounds right, is where captains meet to do business and bring their ventures to the wood to conclusion. Holy crap, that sentence. Write a port report. There's no one here, but perhaps someone will take an interest in how the wood fares. Outside the Somerset camp, the great forest of bronzewood trees has gone untouched by human hands. Voices sound in the deeps of the woods. Forlorn and far away, the wood is vast and vastly lonely. Alright. Hunt for the creatures with the cryptozoologist. One of the many horrors in this wood is bound to delight her. The cryptozoologist grabs your arm. Look! There! And indeed, deep in the woods where little light can penetrate, you see a shape, hunched over, covered with hair. The cryptozoologist digs into her backpack and pulls out a blowgun. Tranquilizer, she explains, fitting an ungainly telescopic sight to it. Hey, Google, can you mount scopes on a blowgun? We're about to freaking find out, because I'm honestly curious. That thought really never freaking occurred to me. I've also never had much cause to, mess about with blowguns. Can you mount scopes on a blowgun? All I'm getting is stuff about air rifles, which I know for a fact you can mount a scope on, so I guess? Whatever. Fwit. The dart strikes her target. With a howl of protest, it collapses. You follow the cryptozoologist to the unconscious body of a bearded man in a thick coat. Undaunted, she heads back into the woods in search of a discovery that won't swear as much upon waking. You leave her before she can mistake you for her quarry. Probably smart. Alright, you have successfully escorted the short-sighted cryptozoologist. Nice, got another worldly artifact, and 100 sovereigns. Dope! Yeah, I remember there being a big, long quest here that I did as H.P. Lovecraft. I'm not going to do that right now. That's a very long thing that I'm not going to deal with currently. Not with my current stats. So, let's check the bazaar. Sure. Pick up these bargain bin things, and I think, I can sell a singular supply to make room for that one final thing there. Alright, I did the port report, so that's all good. Let's see what new facets we can take. Below the stairs, the comfort of every well-to-do household rely upon the scurrying, grinding work of its servants. You know this firsthand. Smoggy streets. You spent much of your youth in the hard end of London, where the gas lamps are scarce, the prospects bleak, and the people as flinty as the cobbles. August avenues. You spent your youth in stuffy sitting rooms and chandeliered parlors. Hush, and you can still hear the delicate sound of silver spoons on china cups. Scarred, you came close that day to death that left its mark. Okay. A spell in prison. The judge, Stonyface, condemned you to New Newgate. Stalactite prisons of old London. That seems very redundant. Alright, so the only thing that really fits with what we want currently, I think. I mean, we could do that one. But definitely this one. This one fits with the backstory. You came close that day to death. It left its mark. What was it that nearly killed you? An attempt on your life. There's a bullet scar beside your heart. You'll have learned since to be more judicious of your choice in friends. An engine accident. A breached pipe, a scalding jet of steam. You spent a week on the brink, trapped in boiling dreams. The scars are still livid on your skin. Yeah, no, I think Alistair has a decent choice in friends. He doesn't have many, but the few he does have are definitely well earned. So we're going to go with an engine accident. Ba-bam. Alright, so let's consult the map real quick. I think we can head a little bit south into here, maybe see what's what, and then come right back up to New Winchester. Sounds like a good idea. Sorry about that. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but I was tapping my finger in time with the sound of the engine. Hello, Spicy Ranch. Good to see you. Yeah, we got enough spies. Let's send out the Beat. Your scout relays its findings. Something over there. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go investigate. We're low on terror, and, well, we're not eating up a huge amount of fuel and supplies at the moment, so this should be fine. Merrill Wood. That is... yeah, okay, we cannot interact with that without butchery equipment, which we don't have. Your scout has discovered something out in the sky. Alright. I think we have just enough fuel to be able to go and investigate whatever the hell that is. Hey, is that a marauder? Yes, it is. Fucking bring it. Oh, that was close. Where you going, asshole? I ain't done with you. Got him. Loot. Board the defeated marauder. Prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. To the victor go the spoils. The crew of the marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them with his fingernails. Little remains of them but bloodied stumps. Ow. Saying this before, Captain, says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalenes can treat it, if you can bother to take the poor sod. Bring the poor fellow on board. The high wilderness is cruel. This could easily be you one day. Alistair probably knows that all too freaking well. Sure, bring the poor fellow on board. You prepared to board... yeah, okay, we already did that. Yeah, loot the hold. Some of it is even intact. What could it be? An intriguingly bulging sack. How pleasingly it rattles. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. This is a problem. Fuck. Oh, that hurts to do. Oh, yep, okay. Alright. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, shit. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Alright. Yep, okay. Choices were made. They were wrong. Was that really an in-character thing to do? I mean, we did get some of those supplies essentially for free, so we're not exactly taking like a monetary loss. Hello, Whisker. How are you this fine evening? Yeah? The English driver, yep, king in his cup. I've seen that before. Wait a minute, is the crazy guy? No, the crazy guy does not, in fact, take up hold space. Ooh, hello. Oh, ow, oh. That hurt. Tank replicated. Yeah, lumbering, half fossilized isopods. Largest chunk of it is still alive. Maybe slow to die, stubbornness perhaps? Or the sluggish journey of signals along their calcified nerves. Alright, we needed a trophy, one of these. Collect a Cantankery trophy. The new Somerset Hunting Club will be pleased. Mounted and ready. The crew set about the creature with hacksaws while the quartermaster prepares a board. The Hunting Club will no doubt wish to replace it with something finer in mahogany or bronzewood, but this will do for the moment. Let me go this way. Yes, Spicy Ranch? Do you need something? No, you're just readjusting. Okay. A distant nebula shines on this place, its light as mellow as melted butter. A new smell behind the coal and the oil. God damn it, Spicy Ranch, I knew you were gonna do that. The grain unlikely scent of apples. Okay. Yeah, she got in front of my monitor again. I know I'm starving. I know I am. Oh, that is skill. I didn't even break stride. Yeah, disperse the rubble. Clamor of new winches. Yeah, familiar. It's a disagreeable uncle. I can't remember which person I delivered the stuff to last time. Yeah, alright, we'll go here first, because we're about to starve to death. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Alright. Now, we're not at high enough terror that they should start mutinying, but we're gonna have some skill checks here in a minute. Possibly, once that food hits 0. Ah, but we're right here. We're right here, guys. Don't even freaking worry about it. Don't even worry about it. A distant clamor of engine yards and accretion of smog on the windows. Ba-bam! Alright, made it. Alright, first off, we're gonna sell off all of this stuff. Ka-ching. Check the bazaar. Fuck. Alright, we're definitely gonna take this one. Hours for the lead beater and stain rod nature reserve. Captain required to supply up to 5 barrels of hours to the lead beater and stain rod nature reserve. Please report to capability cabins on arrival. Discretion prioritized. LNS nature reserve lies west northwest. Okay, yeah. Take that one. I wish I hadn't just sold those freaking hours. Whatever, it's all good. Alright, we're gonna stock up on these. And then we're gonna hop on over to turn in the reports. What time is it? 10:38. Yeah, I can go a little bit longer. I'll go grab some more barrels of hours from Port Prosper, and then somewhere up in this general area will be what we're looking for. Alright. Visit the Windward Company. Turn in the stuff. Extra 300 sovereigns. Lovely. That puts us at damn near 2K. Alright. Alright, so here is the plan, I think. Alright. How many of those things did we need? Come on, bring... There we go. Minimum of 5. So I need to maintain 3 and 3 of fuel and supplies. So that won't allow me to pick up anything from the bazaars. Alright, so I think... God... Controls. I have them. Alright, we're gonna go to... Grab a port report here, here, then... Well, we at least mapped that out, so hopefully we'll be able to cut through here, down to Magdalen's, drop off the poor guy, hit Port Prosper, and then should be able to come right up into there and find the nature reserve. So we are off. I'm going to actually, if I scoot my chair in a little bit further, I can comfortably recline and still be close to the mic. Lateral thinking. What? Sherlock, leave the dog alone. I don't think she wants to interact with you. Take it easy, don't mind me. Checking the course, yep. Stay on this heading. Sherlock, you're an asshole. Leave Annie alone. Sherlock is my oldest male cat. Used to be kind of a sweetheart, but ever since we got more cats, he's turned into a bit of an asshole. I think he's mildly upset over the fact that the Brigadier General is bigger and tougher than he is, and Sherlock does not like that. So he feels the need to, like, pick fights with the Brigadier General, with Clarence, and for some fucking reason I cannot comprehend the Corgi, who, I mean, look, Corgis aren't exactly big dogs, but Annie has to be, like, probably 8 to 10 times bigger than Sherlock is. Alright, yeah, we're still on course. Alright, well, actually, I'm going to check one thing here. Okay, so that place only sells supplies. So we're going to pick up an extra unit of fuel here at Port Avon because we can handle it. Alright. Port Avon, write a report. I don't think I can really do anything else because it's been a little bit Yeah, it hasn't been that long. So there's no options to reduce my terror here. Not without spending my welcome, which I am not going to do. Not yet. You know, I said I was going to pick up another thing of fuel. I didn't pick up another thing of fuel. God damn it. Too late. I'm not turning around now. Don't do it, Sherlock. Don't pick a fight with Annie. You're just gonna lose. I'm using a pretty shitty pair of headphones to listen to this right now. But I feel like I heard something rumbling. I didn't get to hear too terribly much when I was playing on console on a TV, because normally I would play late at night when my wife and kids are asleep. Alright, almost there. Well, we definitely need to pick up a unit of supplies. Essential supplies. So that's good. Alright. Whisker. Alright. The parking glade. Write a report. Go here. Grab supplies. Check the map. Alright, so we can go this way and then loop down and around. Good job being the bigger... I was gonna call Annie a man. She's not a man. Good job being the bigger person, Annabelle, and just walking away from Sherlock. Good job. I approve. Yeah. Oh, hello. I do appreciate the fact that there's a little bit of a visual cue before they fire. Fuck. Come on. Whoop. Oh. Well, thank you for putting yourself right freaking there. Alright. Prepare to board the Marauder. I don't want unusual items, because they can sometimes take up cargo hold, so we're going to raid the safe. Your guns have reduced the door to a smoldering heap, but sovereigns are surprisingly durable. Gain sovereigns. The Marauders haunt the Reach like bats in an attic. They spend their ill-gotten gains in the more licentious ports, acquiring sins in the riot of Lustrum, before weeping their confessionals at Magdalen's, but a few meager funds remain. Alright. I was kind of hoping that they'd allow me to loot a bit of fuel, but that was not in the cards. Alright, so we're down to 2 units of fuel, so we can't afford to explore this area overly much, and we're slowly creeping up on that halfway point of terror. This place looks mildly familiar. bat, tell me what's up. Scout has found something out in the sky. Hey, another port. Fuck yeah. That should either be Lustrum or Carillon, I think. This is the snow area, so yeah, it'll be one of them. The incautious driver grimaces. Mother said illness was all in the mind. She'd fit right in here. Nice. Whereabouts is this roughly located? Okay, yeah. So that should put Lustrum somewhere in here. Yeah. We're on a bit of a time crunch, so we're not going to spend too much time here currently. But we will be coming back here, I guarantee it. Carillon Center. The peaceful Carmine institution was founded by devils from London and dedicated to the betterment of the soul. Bothridge's A Tour of Heaven describes it as a cross between a spa, a sanatorium, and purgatory. She commends its bracing airs. Yeah. Enter Carillon's foyer. Gray stone, the color of a monastery. Yeah, we're not going to go speak with the presiding devil right now. Gray stone, the color of a monastery. Attending devils and devilesses dressed in uniform. And an incoming parade of the sick, the friendless, the dying, and those who think their lives would be better if only they were something else. This is Carillon, where souls are refined into something more impressive. Write a port report. Dependents come from all corners of the high wilderness. Someone will want to hear of their comings and goings. You take some notes on a pilgrim's journey through Carillon. The first port of call is the beehive-shaped office in the center, or more accurately, the long queue leading into it. From there, the infernal attendants direct them to one of Carillon's 7 gardens to undergo penances. They certainly look penitent by the time they emerge. Presumably, their soul is much improved. Not that you can tell. Alright, let's check here. Cannot buy fuel here. Awesome. Alright. Moving on. In a general... this way... no? Oh boy, okay. Fuck it, we're gonna head this way. I always liked going south. Feels like going downhill. Son of a bitch, no I'm not. Going this way. I know it would probably kind of, I don't know, ruin the flow of the game a little bit, but it would be really nice if you could, like, purchase, I don't know, segments of a map. Bless you. The engine's headlights glow like a ghost upon icy mists. How are we looking? Alright, yeah, we're looking good. Looking good. Did anyone else find, like, tree roots creepy? I certainly do. Alright, let's try heading south again, see what happens. Marauder? Tackety, okay. Not gonna fuck with them. UCE Typhoon. Alright, what are we looking at here? I don't think I'm going to be able to go through there, so we're going to point ourselves in a general this way direction. Alright, almost to Magdalene's. Good stuff. Hey, the peacock wins, I think. I hope. The peacock wind delivers its bounty. Your supplies burst into new, sickly sweet growth. But some of them also wail as they go in the pot. Lovely. Most sky wanderers end up here sooner or later, says the vagabond. The lucky ones leave. Alright. First things we're gonna do, restock on fuel and supplies. We're not gonna bother looking in there. We also need some crew. Well, first. Ooh. Okay. Creative Skyfarer. Yeah. We've seen that already. Speak with a watcher by the station. He stares at your crew as they disembark your engine. He turns away when none emerge, holding anything. He is clearly agitated. Sorry, the man apologizes. I didn't mean to stare. It's just, we've been waiting for a delivery from London. Really important supplies. I don't suppose you might be heading anywhere near the relay to Albion, would you? If you could check if anything's happened to it, we'd really appreciate it. Albion Transit Relay lies to the west-southwest of New Winchester near Port Prosper. We are, in fact, going in that direction. Deliver the sky-maddened captain. You rescued him from a defeated marauder. Here, he can get help. Treatment. The nurses bring a stretcher to carry the sky-maddened captain from your train. He'll receive the care of Magdalen's finest. At least, Magdalen's finest with a sense of charity, given that he has nothing on him to pay for their ministrations. Alright. He's no longer aboard. We have vision of the heavens. Our terror has fallen. Gained experience. Write a port report. Yep, we've read that before. A meeting with the amenable host. The founder and master of ceremonies at Magdalen's. He's requested you by name. An attendant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red doors always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. The amenable host reclines on a couch of crushed velvet, a goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. As a policy, the host's atrium is always open to guests. He is available to hear opinions, friendly criticism, and suggestions. Today, he has a headache. Listen to the amenable host's request. He beckons you close. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. What the hell is sibilant? I need to know so I can give him the proper voice, or at least attempt to. Sibilant. Thank you, dyslexia. Ill. Ant. Sibilant. Sibilant, adjective. Making or characterized by a hissing sound. Sibilant. Alright. Hissing sound. Oh boy. A guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests that the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The fuck did you just say to me, phone? Is it somehow picking up my voice? What did I just ask my phone? Oh, apparently it heard me, and it picked up particular. Lovely. The amenable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalen's, a place of healing and respite. It was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgent self-loathing. This guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest if you're interested in helping. An unwelcome truth. The amenable host would like to talk to you about a difficult guest. take the Lachrymose Guest's Dossier. Learning all freaking kinds of words today. Lachrymose. Lachrymose. See if I'm even pronouncing that right. Lachrymose. Adjective. Tearful or given to weeping. Got it. The amenable host has requested help in removing a customer who is blurring the boundaries of healer and patient. An acting challenge. The amenable host smiles indulgently. I'm so glad you want to help. He produces a thin sliver of pages and passes them to you. I'd recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way, you'd be playing the role of someone significant to him. The amenable host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. Okay. Deal with the Lachrymose Guest. He stands on the threshold of the treatment chambers, his hands trembling. The attendants on duty have been informed about your involvement. How do you plan to deal with him? A treatment chamber has been emptied for you should you wish to adopt a guise from his past. Alternately, he is standing right there. He does not seem to have noticed you, his eyes instead boring through the doors of the treatment chambers. Approach this directly, disguise yourself as his mother and his lover. Oof. Well, we know mother's not gonna work. Fuck it. Alistair would do this directly. Approach this directly. Disguises have caused this poor sod enough trouble. The Lachrymose Guest's eyes widen as you approach. Has there been a problem? You invite him to sit. Stiff brandies are ordered. You recount your own share of heartbreaks and tragedies. How you found yourself here, and you make it clear that despite all that, you will be leaving. He nods slowly, and after a quick shake of your hand, walks away toward the station. He does not look back. Alright, let's return to the amenable host. He is currently available. An attendant escorts you to the desk. We read that. Let the amenable host know that the Lachrymose Guest is gone. For better or worse, he will not be returning to Magdalen's. The amenable host smiles beatifically. Sure. Of course, my staff will be pleased. It is a risk of our trade when our clients can no longer separate identity and illusion, but seldom pleasant. He sighs deeply, echoing around the chamber like a newly freed dove. It is a trap any of us can fall into. His face darkens briefly. Here, take this. He fishes around beneath his couch for one of his goblets. It'll fetch a pretty price. Take it with my thanks, and do visit us again. Hey, made 100 sovereigns. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's go to the keepsake market. Yes, what I thought we could do. Recruit from the market. Their old captain is being treated. They find themselves stuck here indefinitely. Welcome aboard! Your new crew shuffle aboard and pick their bunks, leaving their old captain in the caring hands of Magdalen's finest. It is technically desertion, but a kind few will object to it. Alright, fuck yeah. Map. Jesus, there we go. Well, we don't want to go that way, so we're just gonna head in a general this way direction, cut over to Port Prosper. Grab a port report there, pick up some hours, get the impounded goods, because I don't think the impounded goods take up cargo hold space. We'll find out. And then our search begins for the LNS Nature Reserve. we're just cruising. See if there's anything interesting happening on my phone. Google is probably wondering what in the holy hell I am typing all these words in for. Yeah, no, nothing's interesting happening. Oh, wait a minute. The Grand Walston. What happened to you? A wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark. Its engine silent. Force open the hold. Boom, success. Your driver holds your locomotive steady alongside the wreck as your crew take turns at the pry bar. Eventually, the bay doors are sufficiently parted to permit the surprise to view to squeeze through. What have they found? A faintly luminescent cage. A light burns from within. A silver idol rests inside the cage. 4 wings extend from its hunched shoulders. Made of moonstone, your navigator says in a hushed voice, to amplify the light of the stars. I have gained vision of the heavens. It's not really anything of monetary value, but it'll help. At some point, I'm sure. Those things usually do. Still on course? Still on course. The bridge's clock chimes twice, quickly. This close to the Isambard line, time is devious. Alright, bounce on in here. What do we got? Explore Port Prosper, write a port report. Take a factory tour, sure. Factories of Port Prosper's East End belch out smoke. Inside, hours mined from the mother of mountains are refined. The workers live in tenement blocks adjoining the smokestacks. That freaking can't be healthy. And are rarely seen in the rest of Port Prosper. Today, the owner of the Windward Refinery is allowing visitors to tour the factory. Lurk in the shadows. Loiter, even. This will increase your eastward reputation. Admire the factory. The chimney belch out sulfur. The workers sound the hammers in time with the striking of a bell. Hours come in unrefined and leave refined. I mean, look, being adjacent to the smokestacks, that's just a freaking health concern. And I don't think Alistair would take too kindly to that. So we're going to do the eastward thing and lurk, loiter even. We're also going to fucking fail. You slip into the shadows to better observe proceedings. Hidden away, you see all sorts of things you suspect the factory owners would prefer you not to. Barrels being assigned destinations based on bribes rather than needs. Fatigued workers revivified by sips of unrefined hours. Shifts extended and extended again, for time has little meaning here. Sounds like fucking Walmart, am I right? You are disturbed by a sudden cry of, I say, who's that lurking behind the barrels? It's time to be off. You're tolerated by the impoverished East Enders. You lost 1 windward reputation. Alright. I'm pretty sure I already did the port report. We're not gonna fuck around with anything else right now. Except we are going to buy 5 barrels of ours. They're not going cheap, unfortunately. 1, 4, 5. I was going to buy an extra thing of supplies. And we're going to flip on over here to check out this impounded bullshit. Alright, found the relay. Good stuff. Alright, the Albion Transit Relay, a stone edifice. Scintillant with sigils. I don't know what that means, but nice alliterations. Google. What is scintillant? All right. Goddamn touchscreen. SCINTILLANT. Scintillant. Scintillant, by definitions of scintillant, adjective, having brief or brilliant points or flashes of light. Got it. A stone edifice scintillant with sigils is encased in a contrivance of steel and brass. This is the Singh-Jenkins relay, allowing transport via a loophole in some cosmic mandate across the sunless wastes to a far-flung district of heaven. This one leads to Albion, the heart of the new British Empire and the seat of Her Renewed Majesty Queen Victoria. Long live the Queen. Check the delayed package. Turns out that the previous courier was detained for having the wrong paperwork. Oof, yeah, that'll get you. Fortunately, the goods were impounded on this side of the relay. Sign here. The board customs officer is glad to clear some space in their cramped office. As long as you don't want to travel between regions without the appropriate paperwork, they couldn't care much less about cargo. The package has been serving double duty as a card table for the last week, but now it's yours, and the people of Magdalene's will be glad to receive it. You're fucking welcome. Yep, remain in the reach. Alright, yep, does not take up space in the hold. Wonderful. Alright, now we go on the hunt for the nature reserve to drop off our barrels of ours, and then we're heading back to New Winchester to turn in the reports, and then take a break. Well, stop recording because I gotta get the fuck to bed soon, because I gotta be up early. Alright, and they did say north-northwest, so yep, up in here somewhere. Hello, Enduring Dreadnought. Please do not approach me so, fucking aggressively. You kinda scared me a little bit, pal. I ain't causing no trouble. Not yet, anyway. Tackities. Oh, please do not point that at me. I did nothing. Is that what I think it is? No, that is not what I think it is. Okay. I have a distinct feeling, based on what I've already seen of the map, and the colors that are fogging up this place, I think Hybris is near here. Yep, I'm pretty sure those weird-ass sounds are in fact the sounds of Hybris. Eleanor Green. An abandoned signal box. The window frames serve as a trellis for a vine circumnavigating the signal box. The plant's stem resembles thigh-thick twine, giving the building the appearance of a hurriedly wrapped parcel. Inside, beneath a desk covered in rusted levers, is a luggage trunk. Captains never need to borrow from the cash. Yeah. We're good for the moment. We're going to read the ledger, though. Captains who withdraw from the catch should note their name and ship and what they took. Occasionally they add anecdotes. A recent entry. The handwriting is poor, but legible. Captain Shaik? Captain Shaik deposited supplies, superstitious after a run of bad luck. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain writes of a homestead their locomotive passed when journeying from Port Avon. The buildings were in the style of old London. The nostalgia brought the crew together, after a near disastrous encounter with a chorister bee. Alright. Moving on. Speaking of homestead. Heard gunfire. Yep, there's... You guys go ahead, have it out. The incognito princess is delighted I had dollhouses this size. Wow. Big dollhouse. A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardship of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. Here is an abandoned homestead. Its roof sagged, the windows empty of glass. For every settler that makes a life for themselves in their reach, another is lost. Search the homestead. Perhaps the settlers left something behind. Your raiders gives you a 51% chance of success. Nice. Booty. You find bottles of homemade wine in the cellar, pots of meat pickling under the soil by the doorstep, and salvageable tools in an overgrown shed. Most treasures that could mean the difference between life and death if you're fortunate to start. Hey, got us some extra supplies. I'm down. Fuck yeah. I guess we're gonna have to go up and around this way. Alright, you know what? I'll help against the Marauder. Alright. To reach Marauder is defeated. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Yeah, loot the hold. Fuck it. What could it be? A clasped jewelry box. Something precious has been concealed. Money! A twinkle of gold upon a bed of velvet. A piece of worn jewelry. A name is inscribed on it, too faded now to read. Oh! Oh, did you see that? You see that? He kept shooting after that guy was dead. Still shooting, apparently. That is what in the first episode I was talking about when I said that I have died to stupid fucking AI friendly fire. And that is why we are playing on Merciful. Oh yeah, we are definitely near Hybris. Send out the bat. What do your bat eyes see? Scout reports successful expedition. There's a question mark over there. Yeah, we're not going over there yet. We still need to go more northwest in hopes of finding the nature reserve. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. The temperature has plummeted and continues to fall by the hour. Pipes lock with ice. The crew wrap themselves in coats and blankets. It will not be enough. Some mutter that you have angered the waste waif who speaks in frost and bitterness. The waif is a lonely power. Perhaps its displeasure would ease if you gave it some company. We're not doing that. Fuck it. Stoke the engine. Shovel in more fuel. The boiler will drive the cold. Oh, crap. Stokers work extra shifts. The fire rise. The boiler hums. Didn't realize it was going to take that much. The pipes are scalding to the touch. The corridor's warm as toast. Slowly, your locomotive shugs off the coat of pale frost. Oh, please be gas. Please be gas. Please be gas. Please be gas. Give me some fucking fuel. Give me some fuel. That is not fuel. That is hull points. Son of a bitch. Oh, thank God. Father sent me here to work a quiet job. Couldn't keep it, says the incautious driver. Oh, God, I hope you sell fuel here, otherwise I'm fucked. The LNS loading bay. Yeah, fuck that. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Alright, deliver these. It's quite a tidy little profit. Pending prospects. Hours for the Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve. Captain required. Supply 5 barrels. Yeah. The superior researcher has the barrels carried into a timbered laboratory. She hands over your pay. This is for your service, she says. And this is for your silence. She deposits a serpentine plant in a clay pot into your hand. It purrs gently. I don't know how I feel about that. A bargain bin bronzewood. Let's take it. Alright, the LNS loading bay. The concrete bay is for loading and unloading locomotives. It disappoints tourists who expect to arrive at a scenic waterside. It mainly caters for the workers of Leadbeater and Stainrod Company who come to collect goods from the laboratories here. Cable cars link the main reserve below and the scientific base at Capabilities Inquest. Gather report. The reserve is a point of pride for the Empire. The Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve is a national park maintained at great expense by the company. Scores of researchers come here to study the nature of the Reach. Many visitors come here for a pleasant holiday. Cool. Capabilities Inquest. We don't want to bother with that. Albert's Ideal. Don't want to bother with that. Alright. Yeah, for now, let's get out of here. Hopefully I can just go straight east. Back to New Winchester. Oh boy. Touch of the Skies. Skyfarers exposed to the haunting light of the stars are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. A junior signaler is discovered in the hold amidst a pile of dissected books. How dare you? She is cutting out words and grouping them in clusters to represent a new system of linguistic categorization. Narrative is preposterous and occlusive, she informs you. Meaning is the only sensible foundation for classification. You examine her arrangements. The words light and law sit side by side. Nearby, conjunction, philosophy, and faction huddle together. We're going to try to send them back to work. Keep their hands and their head busy. Fuck. More a hindrance than a help. You hurry them back to work, but their obsessions will continue. Gain 5 terror, lose 2 hull. That, it could have been worse. March 19th, May 19th. These arboreal wilds are lush and greens. Fronds hang like curtains. Leaves loll fat as giants' tongues. I don't like the image that gives me. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go this way. Alright, almost home. last time with the reports we did, they went to the Windward Company, so we want to go to the Tackities this time. Two of my cats are getting into it. Lovely. By getting into it, I mean fighting, not the other thing. Taste of smog, the sound of iron on iron. We are home. Yep, that happened. Alright, Victory Hall. Ooh, recent news. A downed locomotive on... Hybris. Fuck. I'm not going over there right now. I'm not bothering with that. We're gonna deliver some port reports. Made an extra 600 sovereigns. Lovely. Thank you. Yeah, fuck Hybris. That place is terrible. Maybe I'll go over there when I upgrade my ship. And we're home. Let's sell off the bronze wood. Whoop. Alright, how much further we got to go? Not that much. A little, somewhere between 600 and 700, and will get us that, Pelennor class locomotive. I'm probably gonna go until I have at least 1,000 more than I actually need before I pick that up, so just in case, so I have a bit of money just in case of emergency. Alright, so, god, these fucking controls. We got ourselves a decent loop going on. So, yeah, we're discovering more and more of what I'm going to call the trade loops. So, next time, we can go from here to here to here to here. Probably... Alright. I know there should be one more port in there somewhere. So, next episode, we'll go Circus, Port Avon, Trader's Wood, pop down to Carillon, and then make sure we have enough supplies that we can, I guess, go in this way and hopefully come through here looking for, I think at least Lustrum is over here. I feel like there should be one more. So if we find Lustrum, there should be another port up in here as well, because I think the port of Titania always spawns near the nature reserve. So if we manage to find both of those, that'll, without any other cargo getting picked up, that'll get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 sovereigns when we turn in our port reports next. Yeah, I like that idea. I think that's what we're going to do next time. Well, thank you for watching or listening, whatever it is you're doing. Do the whole YouTube dance of possibly leaving a like and a comment. I would appreciate it. And we will see you on the next episode. Have a lovely day.